Rewritten Article 1. Kung Minkoff's insights on Ashley Tisdale's mom group experiences. Kung Minkoff, a former star from the popular reality television series The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has recently opened up about her thoughts regarding Ashley Tisdale's public criticisms of a particular mom group. This discussion came to light during an episode of her podcast called Humble Brag, where she delved into her personal connections and experiences that mirror some of the issues Tisdale highlighted. In this conversation, Crystal revealed that she has a significant familiarity with the individuals involved in the mom group that Tisdale has spoken about, estimating that she knows around 70% of the members. This connection stems from shared histories such as attending the same preschool together, which has kept them in overlapping social circles over the years. She even mentioned that one of the women in the group attended the same high school as her and her podcast guest, adding a layer of long-standing acquaintance to the narrative. During the podcast, Crystal was speaking with Tracy Tudor, a well-known figure from the show $1 Million Listing, and she emphasized how the situation had escalated dramatically following Tisdale's publication of an article in a prominent magazine. The drama surrounding the mom group had become a widespread topic of conversation, permeating various social circles and online discussions. Crystal described how the story had gained such traction that it seemed to be on everyone's lips, highlighting the viral nature of personal conflicts when they intersect with celebrity lives. She was careful not to divulge too many intimate details, respecting the privacy of those involved by stating that she didn't want to spill too much tea about their personal matters. Instead, she focused on why the situation intrigued her personally, noting that she had even made a lighthearted post on a social media platform, joking about how this kind of experience felt outdated to her, as if it were something from a few years back that she had already navigated. What made Ashley Tisdale's account particularly resonant for Crystal was the parallel it drew to her own past experiences with friendship dynamics. Tisdale's narrative centered on her decision to leave the mom group due to what she perceived as toxic elements within it, such as judgmental attitudes, competitive parenting styles, or exclusionary behaviors that can often plague such social gatherings. In contrast, Crystal shared that in her case she hadn't been the one to initiate the departure. Instead, her involvement in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills had triggered a fallout where a group of 14 friends turned against her, ultimately leading to her being dropped from their circle. She referenced a specific episode from the show where she had already discussed this ordeal in detail, making it clear that her story wasn't a new revelation but rather a revisited chapter of her life. This comparison underscores the complexities of maintaining friendships in the public eye, where personal choices like joining a reality TV series can lead to misunderstandings, jealousy, or shifts in group dynamics. To understand the depth of this, it's worth exploring the broader context of mom groups and their role in modern society. These groups, often formed through shared experiences like parenthood, school activities, or community events, are intended to provide support, advice, and camaraderie among mothers navigating the challenges of raising children. However, as both Crystal and Ashley's stories illustrate, they can sometimes devolve into environments rife with toxicity. Factors such as social media influence, where perfect parenting is curated and displayed, can exacerbate feelings of inadequacy or competition. In Ashley's case, the complaints likely revolved around subtle or overt judgments on parenting choices, lifestyle differences, or even professional pursuits that clashed with the group's norms. Crystal's addition to this conversation brings a unique perspective, as her celebrity status amplified the fallout, turning what might have been a private disagreement into a public spectacle. Crystal's journey on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills itself provides a rich backdrop for understanding her resilience in the face of such betrayals. Joining the cast introduced her to a world of glamour, drama, and intense scrutiny, but it also strained personal relationships outside the show. The friends she lost were part of her pre-fame life, making the rejection feel particularly personal. She described how they collectively decided to distance themselves after she committed to the series, perhaps viewing it as a betrayal of their private circle or fearing the exposure that comes with associating with a reality star. This experience taught her valuable lessons about authenticity in friendships and the importance of surrounding oneself with supportive people who celebrate rather than resent success. Ashley's article, which sparked this renewed discussion, likely detailed specific incidents that made her feel unwelcome or pressured within the group. While Crystal refrained from specifics, her empathy suggests a shared understanding of how these groups can start with good intentions but spiral into negativity. For instance, common issues in mom groups include unsolicited advice on child rearing, comparisons of children's milestones, or exclusion from events based on perceived status. Ashley, known for her roles in family-friendly entertainment and her own experiences as a mother, might have felt these pressures acutely, leading her to step away for her mental well-being. Crystal's humorous take on the situation via her social media post reflects a coping mechanism many use in the face of relational drama: humor as a deflector. By framing it as something she had already overcome, she positions herself as someone who has grown from the experience, perhaps offering indirect advice to others in similar situations. This approach also humanizes celebrities, showing that even those in the spotlight deal with everyday interpersonal challenges.